What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Been getting a lot of questions about what's going on with the Kai situation. And I got to tell you, AMI, through Flex Online, actually did a great piece. We also have it all up to date as the day goes on the content site on TigerFitness.com. I'll link that down below. And I've been actually going back and forth with Louis Marco on what's going on here because we both, honestly, we're fans of the sport and want to see what's going on, and we're keeping up with this. I'll link Louis' channel down below as well. Louis Marco, great guy. Robin Chang finally, it took enough time, responded to all the things going on with Kai. The IFBB has been involved in just getting plain smeared. Kai fans are going crazy. And what I did in my video, and I admit, I might have been wrong, but I said at the beginning, this is what could have happened. Everybody was just saying IFBB screwed him, IFBB screwed him. I'm like, well, if he was trying to draw a hard line in the sand, give me a booth or else I'm not competing. Weider had to set precedent in saying no. Because think about it, if they're spending let's say $10,000 on a booth space. It's $2,500 per space. Kai was asking for 4 of them. If they gave it to Kai, they have to give it to all 20 competitors of Mr. Olympia, or even all divisions of Mr. Olympia. Multiply that by 20 athletes, $10,000. That's 200 G's down the drain in booth space they don't have. So that's why I made that guess. And according to Robin Chang, he inquired about it. According to Aaron Singerman, who I believe owns the company that Kai Greene's the face of, according to him, there was no grab for a free booth. So, you know what? My guess was off, but it was still better than the ones who just pointed to the IFBB just being, wrong in this situation. So Robin Chang, interviewed by Flex, which is owned by AMI. So let's say they didn't catch up with him. They just went up to his office and said, yo, Robin, what's going on? So they made it sound like they got the hot expose. He works for AMI. But look, I was there. I've done it, okay? Ask Arnold was written by a heavy-set woman named Jo Ellen. I mean, it is what it is. So anyway, let's get this to the point. Is Kai Greene banned, prohibited from competing in the Olympia? Not at all, exclamation point. He had his Olympia contract since April and refused to sign it for reasons only known to Kai. Same contract for the past 6 years. Nothing changed but the dates. Kai said his decision wasn't his. Rather, it was made for him. And so Robin Chang wrote, the decision has always been Kai's. If you really want to compete, all you had to do is sign the contract and send it back to us. Last time he spoke to Kai's manager was about a month ago, and they inquired about a booth at the Olympia. No indication that he wasn't going to compete. Once a competitor qualifies for the content, they have a certain time frame to sign the contract and return it to you. And it's the same for all pro contests. Basically, the IFBB Pro League, you have to return it a week before weigh-ins, a week before check-ins, competitor check-in. So he literally, didn't throw it. Now, didn't sign it and send it in. Now, for the Olympia, they give it to them in April. They asked to have it back soon so they can use the athletes in marketing material. And that's why people say, well, Kai's picture wasn't even on the poster. It's because he didn't sign the contract. And one day before the check-in, still nothing. This is where you make it sound like Kai can still do this. Chang did not close the door. At this time, still nothing. Obviously, would love to have Kai compete in the Olympia. He's a great bodybuilder and a fierce competitor, and from a business standpoint, it would be foolish for us to ban him. In this piece, Robin Chang also states that he wasn't banned from the expo. I don't know who got that or where it got that from. The decision, okay, here's a great one. He has a huge fan base because his passion for the sport shines through. But for his own reasons, Kai chose not to sign the contract and not to do the show. The decision was solely his, as is for any and all athletes. While we will miss Kai, the Olympia will go on for the other 183 competitors who earned their way into the Olympia to compete this weekend. And he also says that he reached out not only to Kai, but his sponsor at the time, his girlfriend, his manager, multiple times reached out to Kai. My opinion on this is right now, being that Kai just pretty much gave an emotional rambling. And I would say that if it was about Phil or Dennis or any of those other guys, he basically rambled on emotionally about setting goals and reading your dreams. And let's be real here, I believe he's 39. He doesn't have that much longer to compete. This is actually factual, and someone who comes from the industry, this is how it works. You got to sign the contract. They got to get their ducks in a row. And I know that Robin was probably calling him daily trying to get that because Kai is a great draw for the Olympia. So what I ask you guys to do is, one, quit calling me a biased person. I simply stated an opinion of what could have happened. I'm not biased. I want to see Kai compete at the Olympia. I don't get paid if Phil wins. Phil's supplement sales don't go up if he wins. Kai has a supplement line too. I'll pick that up. You know, at the end of the day, it's no skin off our back. We want to see the best Olympia possible. And I want Kai to compete. And from what Robin wrote, if he turned his contract in today, he'd be able to compete. So, Kai, turn your contract in. The hell is this? I don't know what went on behind the scenes. There's probably more to the story than this, but this is a much more plausible outcome than what Kai presented. I'd like to see him and his supplement company, the person who owns the company he works for, but I don't even know how it works. I'd like to see them come out and say what happened. Now, I did have someone, I believe the dude's name is Joe Donnelly, call me out online saying I'm wrong. And I don't mind giving him publicity because honestly, I don't know who he is. And I saw someone tag me in a post that Lobliner's wrong. I set you straight. You didn't set me straight. He also stated that Kai's lawyers told him not to state anything further. So release a statement through his attorney, because right now Kai looks really foolish because Robin Chang pretty much just laid all the facts on the table. And to say that a NABA pro who defected from the NPC and just did a video how the NPC is dirty and got letters from people within the NPC saying they're going to sue me. Well, not people within, but I don't even know what to call them. Promoters, whatever. At the end of the day, I'm not an IFBB fanboy. I'm the complete opposite. But right now, I believe that Robin Chang, from what I can tell, has done the correct thing. I don't even know if he knows he did anything wrong. He just wanted a contract back. When he didn't get it back, he's like, the show must go on. What would you do if you were Robin Chang and Kai just won't sign it, assuming this is true? That's it, guys. Go to the content site. I'm going to link it down below. The article's being constantly updated. There's nowhere else you need to go. I have a team of people scouring everything, even calling my old contacts to find out what's going on. We're going to stay on top of the story. Content.tigerfitness.com, link down below. I'm Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. Well, because being owned by Robin Chang, that's not a game.